Hello again, I'm Greg Jones, Liberty North High School, talking to you about our 3-3-3 Wreak Havoc attack style defense. Okay, there's my Twitter account. If you want to try to DM me on Twitter, here's my email right here. If you want to reach me through email, I will do my best to get back in touch with you and answer questions. Obviously with Zoom, it's easier to do now. But now this lesson here, we're going to get into our stunts and blitzes that we do out of our 3-3-3. Okay, starting with the nose. Starting with our nose, on our slants, we can slant the nose strong, weak, or we can stuff him. So number one is stuff. When we stuff him, we want him to go through the middle of the center, and we want to reset or recreate the line of scrimmage. We want him backwards. So if they're running any kind of pull game, all right, he is back and these guards are having to get around him. All right, so we want to, that's what we call stuff, and we're two-gapping when we stuff. Boom, we're off, and then you're here or you're here. Okay, the mic can make you right, but you're stuffing. You're taking him back, choosing to gap away to work. And most of the time, the easiest thing to do with him within their stuff, if the center's head goes that way, there's the way you want to work. If I stuff and the center head goes that way, that's the way I want to work. So we're stuffing, recreating a line of scrimmage. Slant weak. All right, if we slant you weak, you're going to take half of the man with you. We want you to get in this gap. We just don't want you to just go running through and let him come off. Like if they were running zone this way and you went here and he took you and he free released to the mic, you know what I'm saying? We don't want that. We want you to take half of this guy with you into that gap. So take half the center with you and then you playing off this guard. If he's coming into you, fight the double team. If he's going out, get in his hip pocket and run with him. So once they slant a gap, and again, you got to work these drills, and we'll get to it when we get to the defensive end. But once I come into this gap, I'm playing off this guard. Is he down? Is he pulling? What's he doing? And then I got to react to whatever I see. We just don't want to be running upfield. We want to play at the heels of the defensive lineman. Okay? So we can slant him strong, and the rules are the same. I'm taking half the man with me, okay? Playing off this guard right here, seeing what's happening. So that's how we play those guys, the nose. Stuff, slant strong, slant weak. Okay, the defensive ends. Obviously, we can slant strong. If we go strong, you're already on the strong side, so all your techniques are your techniques. All right, everything you do, you're doing off this tackle. If he blocks down, I squeeze. If he goes out and tries to reach me, I'm trying to fight out to stay out. If I'm not able to, then I'm going to skip his hip and come in behind him. All right, same thing with you. We're getting whatever calls you want to use here, lucky, 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 Louie, 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 left, 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 whatever you want to yell. All right, boom, that's just telling these guys we're working that way. So now he knows, take half the man and go. Same here. I'm crossing his face into this gap. Once I get into this gap, everything I do is based off that guard. If the guard's coming into me, I fight the double team, get skinny, get in here, demand double team, and dominate this gap right here. Occupy the gap. Don't let the ball come in there. If this guard's pulling and I come in here, I'm going to get in his hip pocket and I'm going to run with him. All right, from behind. So we can slant strong. All right, obviously if we can slant strong, we can slant weak. And everything's the same about how we attack and do that. I'm not going to go through that every single time because I know it'll get boring for you. But now this guy's playing regular technique. These guys are slanting this gap, and I'm slanting that gap. All right, so we can stuff, slant strong, slant weak. Obviously, we can pinch. All right, where we can go slant weak, pinch. Or you can just go slant, pinch. If the nose don't hear slant, that tells him he automatically knows I'm stuffing. If you don't hear anything, your go-to technique is stuff. But now you heard slant weak. So I'm slanting weak, then he heard pinch. So slant weak, pinch. Pinch only talks to the D ends. You're not able to pinch the nose. All right, so you're slanting weak and you're pinching. All right, so for him, that would be slant strong. For him, this would be slant weak. The techniques are the same. Once you get into these gaps, once they learn about coming inside and playing off the guy in here, all right, once they learn those techniques, it goes whether it's slant strong, whether it's slant weak, or whether it's pinch, or whether we're giving a will X all those techniques carry over through the whole thing. And that's why I said it's simple chaos, because for a defense, it's like, oh my God, or for an offense, it's like, oh my goodness, what is happening? For us, this right here, which is slant strong to him, slant strong, pinch, okay? Or if we were doing a Will X, all three of those techniques are all the same for him. He's coming inside this guy, getting in this gap and reacting off that guy. They're all the same, but those are three different calls and three different looks you can give to an offense, all right, which causes confusion. So again, it causes chaos, but that's our pinch. All right, when you get into blitzing, so those are our line stunts, all right? So we can pinch, slant strong, slant weak. All right, blitzes. Anything through the A gap for us is known as an attack. Anything through the B gap is known as a blast. Anything through the C gap is known as a crash. Or anything through the D gap is known as a dart. So, I wish this laser would show up on here. I can go Sam dart, all right? Obviously, the end is in B gap right here. So, by this drawing, I can go Sam attack, okay? I can go Mike attack, Mike attack. I can go Mike blast. I can go Will attack. I can go Will crash. All right, I can go robber and send the robber. I can send the star if I want through an attack. Anything, if I just tag their name in the gap, they know where they're going. So that's how simple that is. So now you can mix the blitzes with the slant. So now you got slant, strong, go. Anytime it's go, that's talking to our Sam and our Will. They know that. All right, so we're slanting strong. So when we slant strong, you go through the gap, all right? You go through the gap that you would fit if run comes your way. All right, so Sam would be here, okay? Boom, Will would be there and would be slanting. So you got a guy in the A, a guy in the B, a guy in the C, a guy in the D. He's coming over the top. You got a guy in the B and a guy in the C. All right, so going this way, Mike's covered. Going this way, Mike's got one open gap. And again, like we said, even though it's right here, you're getting this, I'm reacting off this guy. If he pulls, I'm in his hip pocket and going. So they're not just running upfield. And if you're going to be a blitz team and you're going to do all that, you got to have a blitz rec period in your practice where you send these guys and they see a guy pull. Or you send this guy and he sees a guy come this way. Same with your linebackers. If this Sam linebacker comes through this gap right here, once I get right here, I am now a 3 technique. So if that guard pulls, I'm in his hip pocket running with him. We just don't want his butt running straight up field or things are going to run off of you. All right, once you come in here, you got to react. So we have that blitz rec period with those guys so they see all that. Okay? The next one, slant strong, will crash. So again, once I come here, I'm a 5 technique. So if that guy blocks down, I got to squeeze. Don't just run straight up field and this guy kicks him, this guy kicks you, and now we got a running lane there. Okay? Again, make it spill because there's a guy off of it. All right, Sam blast. I'm just trying to show you some examples of how you can tag these things. All right, so we're slanting this way, sending the Sam in here, okay, through the B gap. So he's in there ready to fit. So you can see all those things. Again, if the Sam's over here and the star's here, all right, you can go star blast. And if you go Sam, you can send Sam off the edge and star here. It's all limited to your imagination of how much stuff you want to send. The smoke, all right, smoke tells these two you're going to go inside. So he's out, all right, he's out, boom, I'm through this gap and I'm here. Again, once I come in here, I'll react off this guy. Once I come in here, I'll react off this guy. So it's whatever they see when they come in there. Don't just run up straight up field. So if you can go smoke, then you can have smoke X. All right, where you got this guy down, again, reacting. This guy's off the edge, boom, boom. When I'm coming off the edge and we're going to the quarterback, okay, we talked to them about when you're going blindside to the quarterback, all right, we're attacking the back shoulder. All right, so he's coming at this back shoulder. So when the quarterback comes, I'm here. You want to force him up in the pocket, okay, and then you're there. You don't want to come running underneath the quarterback here, all right? You don't want to come here and the quarterback sees you and then he spins and then he misses and gets off. You're the contain. So your aiming point is here and you're going to break down and adjust. So we talk about the aiming points of the quarterback. Plus when he draws his arm back, you're ready to knock the ball out of his hand. So all those things about where to go on a quarterback. If I'm coming off the edge and there's a running back coming at me, okay, don't go underneath the running back so he can log you and the quarterback can get around. Attack upfield right here so the guy's got to cut under him. We don't ever want to give a clear edge. All right, remember, we're spilling it. All right, so come under, then make sure he goes around. Don't come in here, all right, and go upfield and get kicked, and now we got a running lane. So we talk about all those things about how you're going to blitz. All right, again, Sam X, Will Blast. So now you can mix it up. You can run an X stunt over here and a regular stunt over here. Okay? Slant strong razor. If we go razor, now we're talking to the two outside guys. All right, so now you're coming off the edge, you're coming off the edge. Okay, and we go through the same thing with them about how you're tacking, where the angles are. Just don't run upfield. All right, because a lot of people think blitz, sometimes they think just go. Well, we don't want our kids to think just go. All right, we want them to go, but we want them to go under control. We want to be in control of where we're going, if that makes sense. Okay? All right, those are the blitzes. All right, again, like I said, I just tried to show you all the blitz combinations you can do. The biggest thing I want to give you off of that is two pieces of advice, or three actually. One, when you do those, make sure you rep them when plays are going on so kids can see and react. When you're inserting them, yes, we do the same thing. We run them up with the trash cans there, and we run so everybody knows what gaps they got to hit. But the thing about the trash cans is the trash cans don't move. So then they got to get in. We'll send either our C team or our JV offensive line down there, all right, and they go and they pull, all right, and they know they got to get in hip pockets, and they got to come with them, and they got to know where they're going. Okay, so make sure you have a blitz reaction period where those kids are coming. All right. The other thing I want to talk about is make sure you don't try to do too many, because with this defense you can have too many blitzes. All right, and it makes it kind of complicated for your kids. Less blitzes, repping them so the kids knows what's going on is better for us, we think, than just going out there and just sending people to send them. The other thing, I think if you have watched us over the course of many years, we used to be like heavy pressure. We send less pressure now than we used to, and we just teach our kids to react. Now, we're going to send, one of them to make it kind of like a four-man front the majority of the time, all right, based off of how you align. But if you're a spread team, we're not just going to blitz and get ourselves out of position. All right, because I think now with the RPOs and everything that people are doing, sometimes showing blitz lets them know who they're going to right now. So it's better to disguise it than to come. All right, thank you. The other stuff we're going to move into next is the coverages we run, and now the stuff is going to start having film with it. So we're going to go through each coverage, talk about the coverage, and then we're going to show you film of it, and then you're also going to get to see, we'll talk about some of the D-line technique and some of the fits and all that kind of stuff. All right, thank you.